The Minnesota Spring Inventory was established by the DNR in 2014 to map the state's springs. A whole new lot of data came in, a lot of new spring locations. This has allowed us to see patterns we had never seen before. Today we're going to look at one of those patterns down in Crosby Regional Park. And this had been a farm for a century. A farmer named Thomas Crosby homesteaded there in 1858, and it went all the way up to 1962. It was the land was farmed down there. What we notice if we look out over the valley is that on the other side of the Mississippi River, in what is Fort Snelling, springs associated with them, and these alcoves were carved out by springs. But on the Crosby farm side, one thing that our mapping showed us was that there's a similar alcoves, but they're all dry, or most of them are dry. There's one that has a big spring in it, but all the rest of them running for about a mile are dry. And so the theory is that this had something to do with the city of St. Paul. In 1873, they began carving the West 7th Street interceptor, which acted like a horizontal well, which drew down the water table. And that dried out these springs, and that's why these alcoves that we see on this side of the river are all dry.
The water's very cold.
Yeah, so this is the way it goes, like for quite some distance. Kind of snakes in and out here.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay.
This one exposes the geological, because it's hard to say, like, if you could argue that this stuff here is just material that's been pushed over the cliff, but here you can see it's actually bedrock core, and that it's not.
Oh yeah.
Slumping.
Very cool. Yeah, the sandstone really exposes there. St. Peter sandstone, right?
Here we are at in an anthropogenic or human-caused canyon in the St. Peter sandstone. This was eroded by stormwater coming down from Homer Street. We should go take a look at where this water is coming from. It's actually pouring out of a culvert at considerable height. It's actually kind of an interesting scene. You notice the narrow this slot canyon is. Oh, there it is. That's magnificent. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Now, as I've been told, this is one of the, in the middle of winter, this place has huge ice formations, and some of the ice climbers use it, you know, for their sport. One of the nice things about this Homer Street Canyon, I guess you'd call it, is that it reveals in the walls here very nicely some of the various beds in the St. Peter sandstone. So if you just come over here and you look here, we got beds of varying thickness and so forth, exposed in the walls of this canyon. And then at the very top, there's just a little smidge up there of Platteville limestone, certainly not at its full thickness. With all this water you see flowing down here, it's just storm water. It's been routed over here, and over the ages has carved this immense slot canyon for our enjoyment. And one of the interesting features of this is that over the years, the carving of this anthropogenic canyon has, all the sediments, all that sand worn out of here has gone off into the lake at Crosby Farm and created this delta. It's all, you know, overgrown with willows and so on. But you can see it extend. Whoa! That was a chunk of ice there.
That's scary, but okay.
Like a slab of sandstone. So that extends then out, well out into the lake.